If you have children, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, this video's for you. It's on an important topic, that dreaded disease, the C word, cancer. Stay tuned, because at the end of this, I'm going to give you, actually he's going to give you the news of what they found. When he came down and said, "Mom, I've spoken to the doctor," I stopped breathing. My husband stopped breathing. And then he told us. Hi everyone, this is Terry. If you're new here, welcome. And I'd like to ask you to hit the subscribe button. It's down there in the lower right-hand corner, the little white square, and hit the notification bell. On this channel, we discuss all sorts of things from motorcycles, health, marriage, relationships, fun, but today's pretty serious. This involves one of my children and colorectal cancer. If you've been affected by colorectal cancer, let us know. Has this affected your life? Just say yes in the comments below. We'd like to feel we're not alone. We would appreciate it. Many of you know, my husband and I have 11 children. 6 of those kids are adopted. The first child we adopted is 27 years old. He came to me the other day with symptoms that were very disturbing. But I didn't say anything to him because he's one of my children that worries the most. I didn't want to say anything to him. I went to Google the other day after my son came to me to try and find his genetic father. And I didn't find him. I found an obituary. If you've had someone in your family that this has happened to, please, like I've asked, comment below. This is important for my son, and I'd like to get your answers, your advice. Anyway, when I found his obituary, his family was mentioned in there, and I made the decision at that point, being a mom, I didn't have any of the genetic history on the paternal side for my son. His widow's name was mentioned in the obituary, and I made what was the most awkward Facebook message ever. So I don't even know how to say this, but there's really no protocol for a Facebook message like this. Hey, my name is so-and-so and we have something in common and I need information. I wanted to assure her that I didn't want anything other than medical information. She gave me every bit of information I needed, and it scared me. Her husband was diagnosed at the age of 50. When he was diagnosed, they weren't able to complete the entire colonoscopy because the tumor at that time was the size of a small apple, which means it had been growing for quite some time. After I found that out, it was sort of like a kick to the gut, and I brought my son down, who has never wanted to know anything about his background because, in his words, we're his parents. I needed to tell him, I needed to let him know. We sat down and I said, "Son, this is what I know. The symptoms you're having, you're 27 years old, you need to have this checked out." He did. That being said, don't forget, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's dive into the video.
My son is going in for an exam tomorrow to make sure he's okay. He's got to drink his stuff down. This is a PSA for all you guys
to get grape.
Because they try to mask the flavor.
They try, they fail miserably. Grape flavor.
All right,
That
son.
boy cannot handle his grapes.
Are you mixing it with anything, or are you just?
Oh hell no! I am not taking it straight like this. I have to mix it.
You got some
with water.
tequila downstairs?
No.
You can't have tequila.
That'll kill me, you idiot.
Usually they tell you to mix it with like a lemon lime soda or something.
No, this is water.
Oh.
Don't stare at me like that. God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Ah,
Is it that bad?
He reacts this way to everything I feed him.
I'm trying. Ah. You're still taping?
That's all you drank?
What, a snack to drink? Or is that stuff for his thing?
Yeah.
That's absolutely horrible.
Round 2.
Oh, if I keep going, I'm gonna throw up.
Michael, I can give you some Irish whiskey to throw in there. You want?
You
Mix
can't
it up
have
a
any
little?
alcohol.
It's like really, it's like 8-year-old expired grape cough.
Yeah, no, it smells pretty
I've had
weird.
wine, yes.
No, it does smell weird.
It's
Weird.
Well, I don't know, like, bad word. Smell it.
I did.
Nikki,
You already
Smell
did,
Nikki, taste
Smells
it.
good.
Smelling and tasting are completely different.
Remember, you're
Let her
from
have a
the
little
North, you're
taste.
I mean, it tastes like sour,
Why are you
sour
drinking
juice.
that
I mean,
stuff?
I don't know. I've had worse, so I mean, I don't know. I think drinking it from a straw is probably worse just because you get to drink it so much slower. I would just nix a straw and just chug it.
Well, they said the straw helps get past the taste buds.
My son is being a very good sport because he knows the importance of having this done.
This is what those people on Fear Factor went through.
No, they ate balls.
I want to kick you in the dick right now.
Can you water it down?
He did.
I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How much more do you have? How much more do you have to go?
Halfway. That's bullshit.
Actually dying. Going back.
Yeah, why were you out here?
She comes out here a lot.
She heard you screaming. Can you try just gulping it without the straw, Michael?
I don't want the taste filling my entire mouth.
Come on, Michael. Round 3. Fight!
Why that? Be quiet. You're gonna taste every weird thing I see next time I go to sushi.
You only drank that much from this line right here? Is it really that bad? That was the evil eye, wasn't it?
You're getting the Michael look.
Trying not to vomit. You know, it might have been worse when they tried to make it go.
What was that? Grape would be the worst flavor? Did they give you a choice on flavors?
There is no choice. There's that.
He can't drink at all. He can't take any kind of fermented anything.
No. Should we cheer you on?
No, don't.
Should we push you upside down and put a hose in your mouth?
I will kill you. I have no idea what that means anyway.
This is my non-partying son, so
Don't drink, don't party, don't do drugs of any kind. Anyone that does that is a complete and utter jackass, in my opinion. Case in point. Well, I'm in pain, I get incredibly sarcastic.
Yeah, I haven't figured this out after 10 years.
Michael, you've been sarcastic all your life. Well, actually, you haven't.
Only about high school. I wonder who you met. Drink it.
I mean, he's chugging. I can hear him. Just get it over with.
Almost there, Michael.
Would you do it again?
I have to do it again. There's still another bottle downstairs I have to take tomorrow.
Oh, you're kidding me. Is it the same thing?
Yes, it's the same thing.
Oh, that's nasty. Your expressions are priceless.
They always are.
My handsome son.
You might want to sit down.
Things are gonna start gurgling soon, son. You need to stay close to the bathroom. Now, do you have to drink a certain amount of water?
2 of these to fill to the 16-ounce line within the next hour.
And then you take the other in the morning?
5 hours we'll have to go into the hospital.
Oh, okay. We're at the worst part. Waiting.
No.
I love my son. You ready, Michael?
Sunny Friday.
Yep, I'm ready as I'll ever be.
I'm proud of you for going through with this. This is awesome.
Awesome.
For me.
If you had to drink that stuff that I forced myself to drink yesterday, it wouldn't be feeling so awesome. It was like 8-year-old expired grape cough medicine. They made it great flavor too.
Salty too.
Yeah, it was worse. It took every ounce of willpower I had not to throw that stuff up.
I know, I saw that.
I almost did.
I was beginning to wonder what would happen if I did throw it up.
Well, we might not be here today and you'd have to drink it all over again.
So you're going to go into the procedure, and the anesthesia person is going to come and talk to you about your anesthesia, and they'll get you to sign your permit. They'll bring you into the room and hook you up to all the monitors, and everybody will introduce themselves and all that good stuff. They'll give you some medication. You'll go to sleep. They'll do the procedure. You'll come here after the procedure. And we'll give you something to eat, and let you, wake up. You can have something to eat and drink. You can resume your normal diet. You might not have a bowel movement for 1 to 3 days because of the prep, which is normal. And you may be passing a lot of air through your rectum, which is also normal because they use air so that they can visualize in the colon. If you have problems with bleeding, excessive abdominal pain, chest pain, fever over 100.5, you need to give the doctor a call or go to the emergency room.
Okay.
Okay?
All done, and he is in recovery.
They're good.
So, Michael,
Yes.
you glad it's done?
Huh?
You ready to eat?
Sure.
I love you, son. So 1 polyp, and we'll know in 7 to 10 days.
Let's hope for the best, though. My luck. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
What time is it? Wait, why am I asking for that?
It's 1:30.
Okay. The glare was on the clock.
You can get dressed. You can go if you want. Or you can
That sounds good.
rest a few minutes if you want.
I think
No,
he probably
no.
wants food. You want food?
Oh, food.
Okay.
Just got across my head. Now I can get by my ear.
Right.
And that's how I took my temperature. I'm like, that's new.
Let's go get something to eat, son.
Are you videotaping me?
Of course I am. A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I got a call back from the doctor. It turns out the polyp that they removed was indeed cancerous.
It was cancerous?
Mm-hmm. But it was, God, what's that word? Benign? Benign?
Benign.
Benign.
But it can't be benign and
Benign.
cancerous.
Well, it proved it could be.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, they said it was good news.
Okay, but it was pre-cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
That's the answer. It's precancerous, but it's benign. It means it's not active.
Yeah.
And that's good news. They got it before it became.
You got
Yes,
it in
they got
time.
They got it in time. So they said I'll have to go in for another colonoscopy in about 5 years, just to check on it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Michael. That is the best news I think I've heard forever.
Yeah.
Best news I've heard is when you said we are gonna go to Disneyland in the fall.
Yes, I'm gonna make those reservations this week.
So there you are. Pre-cancer. You know, my son is 27, as I mentioned, and the general guidelines are to start being screened when you're 50 years old. You know, guys, and when I say guys, I mean everyone. There are non-invasive procedures these days that you can do. My son, with the problems he was experiencing, his symptoms, along with the genetic information we had, where other siblings, aunts and uncles had been affected by this, my son was very predisposed to this cancer. So they decided to do a full colonoscopy and forego the non-invasive screening. I'm so proud of him for doing that. He has to have a colonoscopy now. He's 27 years old. That's very young. You don't think of precancer or cancer when you're that young. I can't stress enough, he was 27. Had he let this go to the recommended age of 50, my son would have a death sentence on his head. Because of the family members that I reached out to and were so generous with the information they gave me, my son has a chance. He has to have colonoscopies now every 5 years. Please, like I said in the comments, let us know your experience if you've dealt with this. Let us know what changes you made. Let us know what worked for you and what didn't work for you. Let us know if you know someone as young as my son that was diagnosed with this. I don't want him to feel all alone. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. You guys, if this meant anything to you, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, that's great. Let us know. Once again, leave us some comments. My son can use some encouragement. Hit the notification bell. But first, hit subscribe, then the notification bell. And I really don't know what else to say other than thank you. It's an honor for you to come into my lives. It's an honor for you to take, for me, it's an honor for me, for you to take the time to watch this. Thank you so much. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. All right, now, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. We'll see you around. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful night.